chasing a motorcycle back rider, no helmet, refusing to stop. Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road right now. They're in Manila City. They just stopped a motorcycle rider across the road. They literally just arrived. He doesn't have a helmet and he said he doesn't have a license, so I don't know how well you can see, but the towing crew are moving in now to impound the motorcycle. And here you go, towing crew taking the bike over to the truck now. And one more motorcycle over here that's being impounded now. They're just gonna load it on this flatbed, driven by a lady with a young child on the back. Neither of them had helmets, and the lady said she doesn't have a driver's license, unfortunately. And they just flagged down one more motorcycle. You see a little boy on the back, no helmet, unfortunately. And across the street, two more motorcycle riders being issued tickets. Both of them have licenses, so no need to impound the bike. And over here, one more ticket. The man was riding this pink motorcycle. While he does have a helmet, he wasn't wearing it at the time he was caught, so they issued a ticket, 1,500. And across the street, lady on the back, no helmet, unfortunately. So give the driver a ticket and advise the lady just to walk. They stopped this tricycle here, and while the driver does have a license, there's no ORCR and unfortunately no license plate on the back either. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with this one. And they literally just stopped another motorcycle, both of them not wearing helmets, although there is one helmet hanging on the handlebars there. The driver has a license, so they'll just issue a ticket and then send him on his way. Of course, the lady will have to go down and he'll have to put on his helmet. And one more motorcycle over here, stopped for no helmet and apparently doesn't have a license, so you see the towing crew taking it away now. And over here, one more motorcycle, they've stopped, unfortunately no helmet, and it's quite young. And I just heard them say no license, so that'll be another bike to be impounded. I asked the driver if he at least has a student permit. He said no student permit, no driver's license. So towing crew are taking the bike away now. And a lot more bikes over here being issued tickets, same thing, passengers or drivers without helmets. And over here they're stopping a man that was driving on the sidewalk. No helmet, of course. You see he's just being asked for his license now. And one more motorcycle over here. He was actually driving on the sidewalk, so again that would be a ticket for driving in a place not designed for motor vehicles or for traffic. So the original violation on this one was dress code violation, slippers. When they asked him for a driver's license, he said he doesn't have one. So of course the towing crew come in now and they'll impound this tricycle. He's probably wishing that it was the MTPB that impounded it, because when the MTPB impound a tricycle for no license and other violations, it's only 500 peso to get it back. But when the MMDA ticket you and impound it, it's got to pay the impounding fees, which is a lot more than 500. Plus it's got to pay for the violation of driving in slippers, plus the no license and everything else. One more tricycle they stopped here. He said he only has a student permit, no driver's license, so that's another one for impound. Imagine they're carrying around passengers every day and they don't actually have a license yet. And the tricycle also has no papers relating to carrying passengers for money, so potentially it could be colorum. And one more tricycle they stopped over here. When they asked the driver for his license, he said he only has a student permit, so that's another one for impounding. And of course this is Blumentritt, so you can expect the road to be obstructed by vendors. Not too bad this early in the morning, but if you come back later in the day, especially in the evening, it's really difficult to pass through here. As for the items being sold, you'll see there's a lot of counterfeit DVDs or pirated DVDs. One thing I will say is that when the team were here last time, they removed a bunch of stores that were here, and it seems that the barangay actually kept them away. So bonus points to the barangay, they did something. There's still, you know, lots of other problems, but it's a start, it's something. It shows that they're willing to cooperate. Although saying that, I was told that a team went here to scout this area yesterday, and actually this was all blocked full of vendors. So this might just be something special because they know the MMDA are going here. So you'll see that this should be a 4-lane road, but on this side you've lost 1 lane to vendors. On the other side you've lost 1 lane to vendors, so you've got 2 lanes. And then later on, by the evening, you'll just have a small narrow space in the middle where motorcycles and tricycles can pass through, and cars at a very low speed. And some of the guys from the barangay have now come out to join the team. Don't expect to see any improvements here because all of these vendors are permitted by the city and by the barangay. So even if the MMDA wanted to fix this, they cannot. All they can do is, well, I don't know, make it a tiny bit better. As for other items, you'll see they're selling cell phones, Bluetooth speakers, chargers, DVD players, and they'll call this a livelihood program. It's pretty much just selling the same things that legitimate businesses are selling, except they don't have all the extra expenses that everyone else does. There are complaints from other operators like, hey, I'm paying for space in a market and I'm doing everything the right way, and I'm losing customers to those who are doing business on the road. Unfortunately, that's how it is. Although the new mayor of Manila did say that could change soon, so stay tuned. And over here the team are issuing a ticket to this man. His back rider wasn't wearing a helmet on the motorcycle. He's chasing a motorcycle back rider, no helmet, refusing to stop. Okay, captured. As long as the driver has a license, it would just be a ticket. I don't know if they'll add extra charges for refusing to stop in the first place. And over here is a very unique vehicle. I've never seen one like this before. I don't know if it's electric. It's a three-wheeler. Guess it's electric. Whoa! I asked how much this is. She said 70,000. That doesn't seem too bad. Electric vehicle with a roof that protects you from the rain. The problem is getting it registered with LTO so that you can actually legally use it on the road. And then what roads would you be allowed to use it on? Believe it or not, this is actually meant to be a road, and look at it. And this is a wide road. This is probably 4 lanes, and now it's just a narrow space for pedestrians. And that's actually similar to how this road will look by evening time. Look at all these fish, and then look at how disciplined this cat is. He might be the most disciplined person or animal in this whole area. Hello, baby. Don't bite me. I don't want to get sick. But you look healthy. I don't know if they're confiscating this or if they're just moving it. If they're just moving it, then expect to see it here as soon as the team leave. And you'll see the police have come out to join the team. Actually, they've been here for a while, just to provide any support that might be required while the team operate here. And that lady's just driving around in circles because she doesn't have anywhere to park it. There is a little bit of musical chairs going on, but I'm not really going to show much because you move it here, then later you move it there. It's not really worth putting on camera, to be honest. And over here you'll see people actually selling cigarettes in bulk. I wonder if these are legitimate cigarettes or if they're counterfeit ones, because they have been capturing a lot of counterfeit cigarettes lately. So 50 peso apparently. And of course, here's a common complaint. This red car here is going to get a ticket for illegal parking. These vendors, there won't be any penalty. So it does seem a little bit unfair. Over here they stopped this motorcycle rider, no helmet. He said I'm a Kagawad, but when they asked for his driver's license, he said he doesn't have one. The 2 enforcers are issuing a ticket to this truck for illegal parking obstruction. And the same thing for this truck here. Motorcycle being stopped here, lady on the back wearing a baseball cap instead of a helmet. Over here a ticket is being issued to this motorcycle rider. The reason is dress code violation, wearing slippers. You'll see one of the enforcers has now come in to issue a ticket to this vehicle. Unpaid tickets do prevent you from renewing your registration, but of course this isn't registered anyway. But if ever someone's caught driving this and then they see it's not registered, that's the time that they can impound it. This doesn't seem like a very safe way to unload gas. This vehicle over here is being impounded. It was considered as illegally parked and there's no license plate, so there's no way to issue a ticket. That means I have to put it on the back of a tow truck, which is a flatbed right there. And the team are now issuing a ticket to this vehicle here for obstructing the sidewalk. I think there is a driver, so it will be the cheaper ticket of 1,000 peso. And they'll also issue a ticket to this tricycle obstructing the road, and a couple more tricycles behind me on the sidewalk, like this one and this one. And over here 2 more tickets being issued. You can see the sidewalk is impassable because 2 motorcycles parked here. And further along the road there were some tickets to a number of vehicles parked here in the road. This driver here doesn't want to give his license to the enforcer, so the driver did show his license. Unfortunately it's actually expired, so it's considered as invalid, and you don't know why it's expired. It could be possible that he's not able to renew it for some specific reason. Unfortunately the vehicle was last registered in 2017, so that's another problem. Such a nice vehicle. You'll see the towing crew are attaching the tow bar now. Unfortunately, expired driver's license and expired registration.